gentlemen, number 73, Kelvin Rico. Our next senior hails from the Lone Star State, number 76, Hayden Land. Hayden is an offensive lineman from Victoria, Texas. He is majoring in biology and education. He is escorted today by his parents, Brandy and Carlton, his girlfriend, Grace Wright, his sister, Samantha, his brother-in-law, Roger, and his nieces and nephews, Trey, Adeline, and Madison. Ladies and gentlemen, number 76, Hayden Land. Next senior is number 87, Antonio Cardona. Tony is a tight end hailing from Pueblo, Colorado. He is majoring in health and human performance. He is escorted today by his father, Joseph, his stepmom, Rehan, his mom, Steph, his grandma, Laura, and his other grandma, Dana. Tony's future plans are to find his career in education. Ladies and gentlemen, number 87, Antonio Cardona. Our next senior is number 91, Roderick Smith. Roderick is a punter from Purcell, Oklahoma. He is majoring in mathematics. He is escorted today by his mom, Rachel, his father, Derek, his brother, Travian, his stepmom, Laura, and his stepfather, Steve. Roderick's future plans today are becoming an emergency certified math teacher, or becoming emergency certified, and being a math teacher and a coach at the junior high or high school level, and furthering his education to complete his certification. Ladies and gentlemen, number 91, Roderick Smith. And last but certainly not least, our final senior is number 93, Merrick Boone. Merrick is a defensive lineman from Modesto, California. He is majoring in exercise science and strength and conditioning. He is escorted today by his wife, Dakota, his dad, Joel, his mom, Sarah, his brother, Eiler, his sister, Savannah, his brother, Julian, his sister, Katie, his brother, Kian, and his sister, Gia. He is planning on going to graduate school to pursue a master's in athletic training. Ladies and gentlemen, number 93, Merrick Boone. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2025 Tabor College football seniors. We'd like to take this opportunity to thank all the parents and players for all your hard work and dedication. Your work has not gone unnoticed, and we wish you God's blessings on your future plans. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2025 Tabor College football seniors.
Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the campus of Tabor College in Hillsboro, Kansas for today's KCAC Kessinger Division matchup. This is Jim Millman. I'll be with you all day long for this matchup. Robert Rempel is at his other job doing athletic director duties. I know the girls volleyball team is in Dodge City today. The cross-country team is in Wamego, so he's got other things to do, so you're stuck with me all day long. But it is a wonderful day for some Blue Jay football here at Joel H. Weens Stadium. Today, Tabor hosts Evangel University to wrap up their home schedule on Senior Day. So Tabor College is hosting its annual Tabor Classic to kick off the 2025-2026 basketball season. This afternoon, the Lady Blue Jays will face the Benedictine Ravens at 3 p.m. and the men take on Mount Marty University at 5 as they wrap up day 2 of the Classic. There are a handful of athletic events going on at Tabor today, so make sure to stay tuned and watch some Blue Jay ball. To all the alumni, parents, and fans who are tuning in today, we thank you for your support of Tabor College, and we hope you enjoy the game. So we'll start out with some team comparisons here. First, we've got head coach Chuck Hepola. He is in his 10th season as head coach for the Valor, leading Evangel to a number 24 ranking in the NAIA and a 6-2 record of the season so far. Tabor College has been playing some ranked teams. This will be another one. But Hepola graduated from Evangel in 1991 and also serves as the school's director of athletics. And we all know Mike Gardner. Head coach Mike Gardner is in his 21st season as the head coach for the Blue Jays, leading Tabor to a 3-5 record so far this year. Coach Gardner, a Baker University alum, is 5th in wins among all active NAIA coaches and is currently the most successful coach in Blue Jay football history. He was inducted into the Tabor College Athletic Hall of Fame in 2019 and has been a part of 13 of the 15 winning seasons Tabor football has acquired in program history. So we'll move on then to the starters. First for the Valor, we've got the starting offensive line, number 76, Lucas Higgins. Also on the O-line, A.J. Larry is number 70. Number 65 is Dominic Dawson. Number 58 is Isaiah Davis. And number 72 is Jodan Kirkland. Backs and receivers here, I think I need the graphic back up there. There we go, backs and receivers. Number 11, Eric Williams, going to play running back. Tight ends, number 3, Brady Allen. Wide receiver, number 10, Brady Blackwell. Number 9 at wide receiver, Brock Lyle. And number 4 at wide receiver, Jeremiah Barnes. The starting quarterback for the Valor is number 15, Reed Potts. He is completed 139 out of 212 passes for 1,648 yards. He has 16 touchdowns and 4 interceptions, so a solid year for the quarterback for the Valor. Their defensive starters, number 8 at defensive end, Garnett Finley. Number 9, defensive end, Zach Myers. Nose tackle is going to be Deacon Peterson, number 97. Defensive tackle, number 55, Kaysen Hatley. And the linebacker, Cal Ackland, number 12. In the defensive backfield, linebacker, number 11, Talon Stevens. Safety, number 5, Jaron Foster. The other safety, number 27, Eric Spring. Cornerback, Jaden Lewis, number 37. And on the other side, it's number 33, Cullen Snow. Defensive highlight for the Valor is Draven Van Gilder, number 7. He's a defensive back. He's got 66 total tackles on the year. He's, there we go. All right, special teams for the Valor. The punter's going to be Colton Brosine. The kicker, Cody Voice. Long snapper, Caleb Higginbottom, number 26. Kick return is going to be Brock Lyle. Punt return is going to be Drew Ripko. And now your starters for the home team, the Tabor College Blue Jays, on Senior Night Day. Keegan Beams is the left tackle. He's number 65. Left guard is Seth Franks, number 68. In the middle, Michael Ashland, number 78. Right guard, Michael Reed, number 61. And right tackle, Tyler Holloway, number 67. The backs and receivers for the Blue Jays, Cameron Collier, the running back, 21. We'll call his name a lot. Holden Key, the tight end, number 12. He is the jack of all trades, but starts at tight end. A.J. King, the wide receiver, number 1. On the other side, wide receiver, Evan Safeman, number 6. And Tyson Dozier, number 8. Starting quarterback for the Blue Jays, it's gone around a little bit, but Bailey's gotten most of the word. It's Amon Bailey. He is 103 completions on 168 attempts for 977 yards. Should go over 1,000 today on Senior Day. He's got 12 touchdowns and 8 interceptions. Defensive starters for the Blue Jays. Defensive end number 0, Mo Leatua. Defensive tackle Merrick Boone, number 93. Defensive tackle Chris Vixamo, we say his name a lot, number 95. Darian Gibbs is number 35 on the end. And linebacker Caden Seibel, number 47. Then at another linebacker, you've got Sterling Garton, number 28. Brandon King, number 9 at cornerback. The other cornerback, Xavier Michelle, number 19. Cam Pear, will say his name a lot as well. He's at safety, number 2. The other safety is Luke Edwards, number 5. Defensive highlight's going to be Dusty Daigle. We know him well. He's number 10, the linebacker. He's got 10 total tackles. He's got 2 sacks for a total of 15 yards. And tackles for loss is 10 and a half. And we see that a lot for 34 yards of total loss. So we'll see Dusty Daigle a lot today. Special teams for the Blue Jays. Broderick Smith is the punter, number 91. Lane Clark is the kicker, number 81. Makadu Karamatsu, the long snapper, is number 82. And A.J. King will handle the punt return and kick return duties for the Blue Jays. All right, so looking forward here, we've got about 7 minutes before things get going. Again, want to shout out to Robert Rempel, who's not with us today. But so you get to listen to me. Let's look at what both teams have done so far. The Evangel Valor are 6-2 on the year, and you'll notice that both teams have pretty much played the same teams going forward. 6-2 on the year, solid year. So they've beaten the University of St. Mary 62-14 in the first game. As we'll see in a minute, the Blue Jays lost to St. Mary. The Valor have beaten Sterling College as well, 51-14. Then they beat Southwestern, who was ranked number 14 at the time, I believe. They beat them 35-25. So they've gotten some wins over ranked opponents. And that was the 3-game winning streak for the Valor. Then they ran into a tough McPherson College team, lost that game 17-10, and then, along with everyone else, got just pounded by Friends University 53-0 to end the 2-game losing streak. They are currently on a 3-game winning streak, a tough win over Kansas Wesleyan 7-6, beat Ottawa University 28-23, and then a proper stomping of Avila University last week. That was 58-0 for the Valor. Blue Jays not having the year they'd like so far. Would have liked to have a few more wins. They've dropped a couple that they maybe should have won. Coach Gardner would tell you they should have won, but started off the year 1-0, beat Sterling College 34-9, then kind of ran into a few buzzsaws here. 3 ranked teams in a row. They lost to Southwestern College 28-21. If you remember, if you were with us that Tabor College was in that game the whole game, just came down to a turnover late in that game to drop the first one to Southwestern. Then McPherson College never really in that one, lost 49-7. And then, as mentioned earlier, Friends University is really, really good. They, I think they threw 4 passes in that game, but beat us 59-15. Then the Blue Jays went up to Salina, took on Kansas Wesleyan University, and beat them 28-19, but then came back and dropped one they should have won to University of St. Mary's 31-7. A couple weeks ago took on Bethel College at home. That was a big win for the Blue Jays, 36-7. And last week dropped one to Ottawa, 28-21. So the Blue Jays looking to regain the winning momentum here. Just 3 games left. Today's game against Evangel University. They are rated, of course, as we said earlier. Next week go to Bethany, and the final week, November 15th, they will end the regular season at Avila. So at this point in the year, they're all must-wins, especially when you come in 3-5 on the year. So just waiting for the teams to come out. Looking around the league, games around the KCAC, you've got the University of St. Mary at Sterling College. You've got McPherson College at Southwestern. That'll be a good one. We'll try to keep you updated as we go through the day today. Of course, right here we've got Evangel and Tabor. K-Dub, Kansas Wesleyan University plays Friends. That'll be another good one. That is at Friends University. You've got Ottawa at Bethany and Avila at Bethel. All of those games at 1 o'clock. So again, we should be able to keep you updated on all of those games as well. As the Evangel Valor coming out onto the field. You see the captains ready here. It's like we're going to do the coin toss as Tabor College comes out onto the field. And nice backflip there. You didn't get to see it, but Brandon McNeil, the freshman, came out and did some acrobatics for us right away. It is a beautiful day for football here today. I know me being from South Dakota, maybe my definition of beautiful is a little bit different than yours down here. It is 47 degrees, your game time temperature. Where I'm from, we'd call that good football weather, but I look down and I see lots of people in hats and coats and gloves and all that kind of stuff. So wind is coming out of the north as well, so it probably feels a little bit cooler than it is. We'll see what's going on with the coin toss here.
Evangel has won the toss, has elected to defer to the second half. Tabor will receive, defending the south end zone. Gentlemen, good luck.
So Evangel won the toss. They're going to defer to the second half. The Blue Jays will receive. Looks like they're going to defend on the south side of the field here. So they'll be going into the wind to start. Tabor College Blue Jays in the home blue jerseys. They've got the gold helmets, white letters and numbers. They'll be going right to left across your screen. Evangel in the away whites. It's like the maroon letters and numbers. Or a dark blue. I know Robert Rempel would be correcting me already. Just about ready to get things going. Again, the Blue Jays will start with the football here this afternoon.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time again you've been waiting all week. It's time for kickoff.
I'll never get tired of hearing Nate the Great on the PA public address. I did that a little bit last year, and he is 1,000 times better at it than me. He's got that big booming voice. I can hear him all the way from my house a few blocks away. So just about ready to get going here. Kicker for the Valor is number 89, Cody Voise. King back about on his own goal line for the Blue Jays. Looking to receive the kick. So the kick's going to go with the wind here. And we are underway. Kick will bring King to about the 1 yard line. He's going to go to his left, then cuts it up the middle, finds a little bit of a seam there, and the Blue Jays will start 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line. Quarterback Ahmad Bailey, the 6-foot junior, will get things started for the Blue Jays. Bailey from Killeen, Texas. Going to start in the shotgun. He's got trips to his right, 2 receivers left, nobody back in the backfield other than the quarterback, Ahmad Bailey. Looking to put it in the air right away. Drops back to pass, going to get the quick out and almost intercepted there, but incomplete pass. It was intended for number 4, Devin Jones, one of the many seniors. We'll shout out the seniors at halftime. So 2nd and 10 for the Blue Jays. Trips to the right. He's going to have Jones back in the backfield this time, add a tight end to the left. Fakes the handoff. Bailey going to go up the middle. Kind of hesitated there. Didn't get a lot, maybe a yard. Nope, they're going to mark him no gain. So 3rd and long for the Blue Jays. Looking to get something started here. Trips to the right, 1 receiver left. Looks like that's Safeman to the near side. Bailey claps out the cadence, gets it. He's going to put it in the air. Gets flushed out of the pocket. Goes across the middle to King, and King has the 1st down. Nice job there. Towards the end of the year, quarterback and receiver knew where each other was going to be. Big game there, gets him out to the 39-yard line. That no-huddle offense looking to speed things up. Bailey puts it in the air again to the far side. And that is complete to number 12, Holden Key. Gets out of bounds. Ball's on the 43-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 6, we'll call it, after a 4-yard gain. Bailey's going to hand off to Jones up the middle. Gets caught up. He is tackled there. About 2 yards short of the 1st down. He is on the 47-yard line. Be 3rd and 2 for the Blue Jays, who are moving quickly. They don't normally huddle. This is a little bit quicker pace, though, than we're used to. They probably following a script here, as Bailey has 4 receivers left. He's going to go one-on-one to the right. Over the top. It is complete. That is Tyson Dozier on the right-hand side. So that gets the ball into, into Valor territory. Ball's on the 36-yard line. Bailey gets the ball. He's going to hand it off to Jones up the middle. Nothing much doing there. A yard, maybe 2. Give him 2 yards to the 39-yard line. Be 2nd and 8 for the Blue Jays. And again, the Blue Jays up-tempo offense here. Mostly what we've seen is we've had time to catch our breath between plays, but they're pushing it here and taking a little bit extra time. Bailey's going to roll to the left, gets rid of it to Key. Key gets across the 30 to the 29-yard line. It'll be 3rd and about 3 for the Blue Jays, who are very efficient in this opening drive. Moving the ball quickly. Evangel hasn't had much of a chance to change personnel. They've done it once, I believe. Bailey's got 3 receivers to his right. Safeman down to the near side. He's got Jones off his right hip. He's going to go back to pass. Has King across the middle. Took a hit. Just couldn't stay on his feet. But that'll be a first down. 1st and 10 from the 14-yard line. And we've got an injured Valor player on the 20-yard line. Let's see this replay here. King took a shot and almost kept his feet there. But again, the Blue Jays moving the ball well all the way down to the 14-yard line to get things started. They would love an opening drive touchdown against the 6-2 Evangel Valor. It's awful early yet, but I'll check to see if we've got any scores from around the KCAC. Nothing yet. We've got, looks like the injured player coming off for the Valor. That was 27. Ty Gardner. Well, Eric Spring is who it would have been. Again, college likes to do this. Give us 2 or 3 numbers. Different numbers for offense, defense, and in this case, special teams. So Bailey with the ball. He's drops back to pass. 1st and 10. He's flushed out of the pocket. Up the middle. He's going to get a gain of about 3 yards. Be 2nd and 7 from the 11-yard line for the Blue Jays. The broken play's going well so far for the Blue Jays. Slowing down a little bit to get the play. Going to be trips right. Jones off his right hip. Evan Safeman one-on-one to the near side for the Blue Jays. Bailey claps out the cadence. He sends King in motion to join Safeman. Bailey flushed out of the pocket again. Going to put it up in the end zone for Safeman. Good defense there by number 13 for the Valor. Number 13 is Dylan Akers. So it'll be 3rd down and medium for the Blue Jays. 3rd and 7. I'm going to go ahead and guess it's 4 down territory here. Safeman and King to the near side. You've got Dozier to the far side. 2 running backs. Key is back with Jones. Bailey claps out the cadence. Gets it. He's going to drop back to pass. Looks to his left. He has Safeman underneath. And that'll be a 1st down, 1st and goal for the Blue Jays. Evan Safeman, the 5'11 senior, has been featured on this drive. So 1st and goal from the 3 for the Blue Jays. Again, they would love to get things started with 6 points. Safeman and King to the right. Jones in the backfield. Got a couple of tight ends in there for the Blue Jays. Bailey calls for it and gives it to Jones. Jones got nowhere, though. He might have even lost a yard. Looks like he lost a yard. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 4 for the Blue Jays. Blue Jays have taken some time off the clock as well. 9.5 minutes to go in the 1st quarter. King and Safeman on opposite sides. They're going to come in tight. Fakes the handoff to Jones. Key on the near side. He is in for the touchdown. 4-yard touchdown pass from Bailey to Key will get the scoring started with 9 minutes, 12 seconds to go in the 1st quarter. And strike up the band as about as good as you could want to start for the Blue Jays. Extra point for Lane Clark is up. It is good. So with 9 minutes, 12 seconds to go in the 1st quarter, the hometown team, the Tabor College Blue Jays 7, Valor 0. As you see, Key took a shot at the end, but held on to it. We've talked about it before. Key is listed as a tight end, but he does all kinds of stuff. You've seen him throw a pass or two. You've seen him in the backfield. You've seen him spread out wide. And just a redshirt freshman, too, from Yukon, Oklahoma. 6'1", 210-pound Swiss Army knife, we'll call him. Holden Key gets the first touchdown for the Blue Jays. Blue Jays really would like to have this game. Above that, they need it if they've got any chance at the playoffs. And, you know, Blue Jays have played well against some of the ranked teams they've played against, and so far looking good. So Clark going to put it in the air for the Blue Jays. Going to be let drop and then picked up at about the 12-yard line. And then taken down there. Drew Ripko on the return gets it out to about the 28-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 from there, and we'll get our first look at the Evangel Valor offense. So they're going to come out. Looks like they've got the play called already. Quarterback is the senior, Reed Potts, number 15. He's got two receivers left, one right. He's got a running back off his left hip. Going to play action and go long right away. He has the receiver all the way down inside the 20-yard line. That is Brock Lyle, the junior. Beat his man right away. See on the replay, Brock Lyle just blowing by the defender there. And one play, they're down to the 19-yard line. Potts gets it, hands it off this time. Going to be to the right side. Brought down there by a couple of Blue Jays is number 11. That's Eric Williams. King and Daigle in on the tackle for the Blue Jays. Give them a 4-yard gain. 2nd and 6 from the 15 for the Valor. Looking to strike back quickly. Only the 3rd play of the drive here. Potts calls for it. Gives it to Williams up the right side off tackle. Going to be real close to a first down. Maybe a yard short. About 2 yards short. Nate the Great calling it a flock of Blue Jays on the tackle. We're going to go with that. So 3rd and 3 it looks like. Ball on the 12. Big down for the Blue Jays here, looking for a stop. Ball's going to go to the left side, and brought down is number 23 for the Valor.
23 on the carry, brought down by number 10,
Zach Taylor is who we have. Oh, let's look. 23 is Cameron Harris. So 4th down, looks like the Valor is going to opt to kick the field goal here. It'll be a 32-yarder. It is up. It is good. So with 6 minutes, 49 seconds left in the first quarter, 32-yard field goal for Evangel. Makes it 7-3, and that's about, after that first play, that's about the best case scenario for the Blue Jays to hold them to a field goal. Good defense down there for the Blue Jays, and I apologize I don't call out a lot of the defensive tackles for either team. That's kind of Robert's job. So again, 6 minutes, 49 seconds to go on this beautiful day, under 50 degrees. But you can see a little bit of the background there. Going to be a little bit more color in the background is fall colors. All the maple trees have turned bright red, almost orange now on this beautiful November 1st day. Everyone, hopefully you're all recovered from trick-or-treating last night. Kick is in the air. King is waiting for it. It's going to go into the end zone, though. Kicked it away from him this time. Ball will come out
Boise's kick is into the end zone for a touchback.
to the 25.
Blue Jays will start out 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line.
Blue Jays will have it 1st and 10 from there. My kids are all not really trick-or-treating anymore. Grayson's 15. He did it a little bit and then came to the high school football game last night. But had lots of kids on our street. So to all of you parents that had to deal with sugar highs last night, we salute you. We're glad you're with us. We hope you're doing all right today. 2 receivers either side for Bailey. He's going to give it to Jones up the middle, and he's swallowed up right away. He's going to lose a yard. It'll be 2nd and 11. Wonder what the plural of valor is. We might have to look that up at halftime, but the entire defensive line for the Valor on the stop there be 2nd and 11. Bailey's got Jones off his right hip. He's got Safeman one-on-one to the near side. 2 receivers to the right. Play action, going to go to the right, going for Key. It might have been picked off. I think it was. They're calling it an interception. That ball is intercepted by Foster, number 5. And not what the Blue Jays needed. You can see he picked it off his shoelaces there. We do have, to my far left, we've got the replay booth down there. I don't think it's going to be challenged. You could see it pretty well there. Yeah, you could see some air, I believe, underneath that. So we'll see what.
Tabor is challenging the ruling on the field of an interception. The previous play is under further.
All right, if we could pull that replay up one more time, get a better look at it. Well, of course, we have different angles than the replay booth does. Officials got to run all the way to the other end of the field, but I thought I saw some air underneath the ball, but that's why I'm up here and not wearing stripes down on the field. But we'll get a replay of that and see what they think. Again, I believe that is new this year. Let's take a look at that. Okay, now I might have reversed my opinion. Let's. Oh, okay. There, if you freeze it right there, yep. I think maybe it did hit the ground, which would make it an incomplete pass. You'll figure that out really quickly if it's an incomplete pass, because then they'll talk for a while about where to spot the ball and all that fun stuff. Thanks to the guys in the replay booth. I don't know the person who's doing the replay, but today Grayson's watching his teammates in Wamego at the cross-country meet, but I want to thank everybody in the booth for helping us out in the control room, that is. Let's see if we've got some scores here for you. Again, real early on, so might not have anything just yet. So Ottawa's on top of Bethany 10-0 already. St. Mary over Sterling 7-0. Hastings over Dort 7-0. You guys, that's from my old GPAC days, being a fan of GPAC teams. Friends out to an early lead, 14-0 over Kansas Wesleyan. Looks about to be all the scores we have so far. Pretty decent crowd here for the senior day. Since we've got a moment, looks like I'm guessing they're saying that it's going to be incomplete, and they're just looking to see where to place the ball, what the down and distance is, and all that fun stuff. That's usually what happens when you...
After review, ball did hit the ground. Therefore, it's an incomplete pass. 3rd down.
So it'll be 3rd down for the Blue Jays. Good thing that Coach Gardner did not listen to me at first. I thought I saw air under the ball, and then upon further review, we didn't. So it'll be 3rd down. Got to redo the sticks. I think it's 3rd and 11, if I remember right, from the 24-yard line. It will be 3rd and 11. So here come the Blue Jays. Trips to the right for Bailey. King is going to be one-on-one on the near side. Keep an eye on that. And Devin Jones will be in the backfield with Bailey. Bailey looking to King right away. Going to take advantage of that one-on-one, and he does. King with the catch. Gets all the way out to the 45-yard line. And I was thinking, man, if I notice that, hopefully Bailey and King do too. King going to be awful tough to guard one-on-one. And the Blue Jays pick up the 1st down, get it out to the 45-yard line, be 1st and 10 from there. Jones going to go up the middle, off the left side. Gets to the line of scrimmage, maybe half a foot more. It'll be 2nd and 10 for the Blue Jays. Haven't been much yards on the ground so far for either team. But so far, Jones hasn't gotten much. Trips to the right for the Blue Jays. 2 receivers left. Jones is in the slot this time. Safeman to the near side for you. Bailey going to drop back to pass. Gets flushed out of the pocket. He's going to get what he can on the ground. Nice job by Bailey. Gets half the yards needed. It'll be 3rd and 5 for the Blue Jays. Ball at midfield. Nope, and they're moved the spot on me. So still in Blue Jay territory, a 4-yard gain. It does go to the beginning of the slide. So that is where Bailey gave himself up. 3rd and 6. Jones moving from the left to the right side of Bailey. He's got trips to the right, Safeman to his left. Going to go over the top to Jones there, who gets across midfield. Not enough yardage. We'll see what the Blue Jays do. They're coming up to the line here. It's going to be 4th down and about 3. And it appears as though the Blue Jays going to go for it here. Like this aggressive move early in the game, you get this 1st down. You, A, give yourself a good shot at scoring, and B, keep the ball out of the hands of this high-powered Evangel offense. So trips to the right, King one-on-one to the left. Cornerback going to back off a little bit this time. And we'll see, yep, they're going to call a timeout. So we'll see what Coach Gardner does, if that was just a ploy to try to get him to jump off sides, or wants to call a better play here. See, the kicker for the Blue Jays kind of wandered into the huddle there, probably, even in today's world, a little bit too far out for a kick just yet. In the NFL anymore, you're seeing these 60, 65-yard field goals. This would be into the wind. Last year at one of these later games, I believe it was a November game, we had the school record broken, but the wind was going the other way, so we got a long kick here, but it looks like the offense back out on the field. We'll see if they leave King one-on-one again. They will not. They're going to have a cornerback up close on King and then a safety right behind him. Fool me once, Shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Bailey back to pass. Gets rid of it right away. What a great play call. Right over the middle is Devin Jones, who released right away. He's going to get all the way into Valor territory to the 29-yard line. Great play call by the offensive coordinator for the Blue Jays. King will go back to getting one-on-one, gives a little bit of a signal to Bailey. Bailey's looking that way, and he's just going to run it up the middle. He'll get a yard, maybe two. Looks like a yard. 2nd and 9 for the Blue Jays, who have been very efficient on offense so far. Safeman jogging to the near side here. It'll be Safeman and King on the near side. You've got Key and Dozier on the far side. Bailey in the backfield. He's got Jones off his left hip. Bailey back to pass, and he gets flushed again. Flag on the play. Back in the area where holding normally is. We'll wait and see. That would, it's well behind the line of scrimmage too, so we'll wait and see.
Holding, number 78, offense. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Still 2nd down.
Okay, so it's from the previous spot. Move the Blue Jays back 10 yards. It'll be 2nd and long now. Ball, it will be spotted on the 34-yard line. So about 2nd and 20 for the Blue Jays. Bailey's got to tie his shoe. Everything's back to where it should be. Jones going to go in motion. So 4 receivers to the right, 1 left. And illegal procedure.
False start.
Oh, false start. All right.
Offense, 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
So Tabor College moving the wrong way. It'll be 2nd and 25 now. 24 maybe. For the Blue Jays. So 4 receivers right. Safeman all by himself to the left. Bailey flushed out of the pocket again. Hasn't had a lot of time, and he is brought down by number 97. For the Valor. Peterson. Big number 97, Deacon Peterson. Listed at 6'1", 280 sophomore. Out of Coweta, Oklahoma. On the sack there, and it is 3rd and a mile for the Blue Jays. Jones going to stay in to block, it looks like. 3 receivers right, 1 left. Bailey had about a second and flushed out. Going down the field, he has a receiver. It's on the ground, though. Good pass play there by the Blue Jays, just unable to haul it in. Was Glenn Maiden. So it'll be 4th and a lot. Broderick Smith going to come out to punt for the Blue Jays, and that is frustrating when you started the drive on the 24-yard line. And now Broderick Smith is going to punt from his own 40. So penalties caused that. Smith going to put it in the air. And that might be good. Oh, the ball hit another gear at the end. The Blue Jays thought they had it covered, and then that second bounce brought the ball into the end zone for a touchback. So Valor will have the ball 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
25-yard line. 20-yard line.
So we'll see what the Valor come up with here. Last time they were starting this far in their own territory, they got out of it quickly. Man in motion from far to near. It's going to be a fake reverse. But Blue Jays strung it out well. Only a couple of yard gain there, maybe 3. Give them. Officials keep moving on me when I'm trying to spot the ball. All right. 2-yard gain, we'll call it. Both teams get a chance to substitute out here. Potts in the shotgun. Going to fake it over the middle. Almost picked off. Man, all over it was number 9, Brandon King. He had that ball in his hands. Would have loved to see him pick that one off. Look at this here. Jumping in front was King, just couldn't hang on to it. So it'll be 3rd and long for the Valor. 3rd and 8 from their own 22-yard line. Blue Jays would love a stop here deep in Valor territory. Potts has plenty of time, puts it in the air, overthrows the receiver though, and it'll be a 3-and-out for the Valor, just what the doctor ordered for the Blue Jays. 27.9 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Blue Jays ahead of Evangel, 7-3, and they're going to get the ball back, as the Valor will be punting into the wind here. With the wind here. Not a big breeze just yet. Punt in the air. King back to his 30-yard line. Puts it in drive here. Gets across midfield to the 40. Made a bunch of people miss. Brought down all the way into Valor territory at the 39-yard line. Let's look at this replay here. As he had a seam up the middle, makes a couple of guys miss, and is brought down. And the Blue Jays will start 1st and 10 from there. Trips to the right for Bailey. Looks like he's got Collier in the backfield now with him. Safeman will be to the near side. This will be Collier off the left side and is pushed out of bounds. Give him a 3-yard gain for Collier. We've seen this quite a bit from Coach Gardner, starting out with Jones, and then Collier gets a drive here or there. But that is the end of the first quarter. Your score, Tabor College 7, Evangel 3. So good start here for the Blue Jays. As we will switch sides. Blue Jays will be going left or right for the rest of the half now. So stay tuned on the KCAC Network and the Tabor webcast tonight, as our men's and women's soccer team will also be celebrating their seniors as they face off against the Bethany Swedes at 5 and 7:30. So Nate the Great will have some time to ice the vocal cords and then get out here for the men's and women's soccer. Refresh the screen here, see if we can get you some scores from around the KCAC here again. Doesn't look like much has changed. So here come the Blue Jays, 2nd and 7. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Collier in the backfield. Collier will get it once again. Going to dance to the left, get a yard, maybe 2. Give him 2 yards.
Brought out by number 7, Draven.
So 3rd and 5 for the Blue Jays.
That'll bring up 3rd down.
One of the games to watch. McPherson at Southwestern. McPherson on the road, up 10-0, start of the second quarter. Bailey in the shotgun. 2 receivers to either side. He's got Collier in the backfield. Bailey back to pass. Hasn't had a lot of time. Gets rid of it. Oh, my goodness. What a catch by Safeman. I don't think that was even intended for Safeman. We got to see this replay. That's one of the more circus catches you'll see. I think he was going for Key there, and Safeman just kind of on a look what I found. Brings it in. Regardless, we'll take it. It's a 1st down for the Blue Jays. Ball's on the 28-yard line. Safeman just kind of stuck his hand out, tipped it to himself. King in motion to the far side, and another penalty for the Blue Jays here. Going to be another false start.
False start for 77. Offense, 5-yard penalty, no 1st down.
The headache probably starting to form for Coach Gardner. Blue Jays got down to the 29-yard line, I believe it was, on the last drive and had to punt. Got to they are at the 28 here. They were at the 23 before, so I apologize for that. So they're at the 28. Be 1st and 15 for the Blue Jays. 3 receivers right. You've got Dozier, Key, and King to the right. 2 receivers left. And another stoppage here.
Play game. 15. Offense. 5-yard penalty. No 1st down.
So delay a game will make it 1st and 20. And it is deja vu all over again for the Blue Jays. The last drive they did the same thing. They got down inside the 30 and then moved backwards. Bailey flushed out of the pocket. He's going to run. He gets a little bit of yards, not much. Got him marked at just a yard gain. So it'll be 2nd and 19 for the Blue Jays.
2nd and long.
Bailey tying his shoe again. Can hear somebody hollering double knot the thing. So Collier in the backfield. King and Dozier to the right. 1 receiver left. I believe that's Safeman far to the far side. Bailey going to put it in the air across the middle to Key, who was hit hard, ball dislodged. They're calling it a fumble for now. Nope, they're going to say that it is incomplete, maybe. We'll wait and see. Key got rocked, and he's still on the ground. So we'll wait and see. I believe we're going to get an announcement.
On the field is an incomplete pass.
If we've got it, yeah, I'd love to see this. So catches it, yeah, that's really tough. You know, the rule as I understand it is catch and then 2 steps. And he maybe was not quite landing that second step. He got absolutely rocked. And it's good to see Holden Key walking off under his own power. I also don't think that is reviewable. The officials are going to have a conversation here with the head coach for Evangel. I am not the resident expert here on that, but I don't think things like that are reviewable. We'll have to wait and see what they say. But I'm not sure if I'm the coach that I review that, because it's going to be so close, and you need on those things indisputable evidence to overturn it. It'd just be really tough to tell if he got 2 steps if he established possession. So an extended conversation here. The coach pleading his case a little bit. That's really not going to get you anything, but we'll wait and see the offense for the Blue Jays out on the field, the defense for Evangel out on the field. We'll get an announcement here. Nope, we won't. So 3rd and long for the Blue Jays. They've got 4 receivers out to the right here. We'll see if Devin Jones stays in kind of a flanker back position. Bailey back to pass. Has a little bit of time, then he's flushed, and he's going to get swallowed up. And for the second drive in a row, the Blue Jays got inside the 30-yard line. And Broderick Smith is going to be punting from his own territory or thereabouts. Not quite as bad as last time, but definitely something that Coach Gardner might have a word or two to say to his offense going forward. Maybe don't get the penalties. And they weren't really even competition penalties. They were they were mental errors. Broderick Smith picks that one off the turf. See if the Blue Jays can get under this one. They cannot. And that will go into the end zone as well. So back-to-back disappointing drives for the Blue Jays where they had been driving well and then just put her in reverse. Got stuck in reverse. So here come the Valor offense. One thing you can say for the Blue Jays, they've held this Evangel offense to 3 points so far. Less than not very far into the second quarter. So Potts will give it to Williams off the right side, cuts back, but a couple of defenders right there. Looks like he got to the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard. Give him a yard for Williams, the running back. So it'll be 2nd and 9 for the Valor. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Potts has 2 running backs. Going to send one in motion to the left. And Blue Jays were all over that, and an incomplete pass. Tried to hit his check down in Williams. That looked like a lot of confusion going on for Evangel on that play. So it'll be 3rd and long, 3rd and 9. And like I said a minute ago, the Blue Jay defense has played well so far. You saw the stats before the game that the Valor able to move the ball well. Potts passing out to Williams. That he did get some positive yards. Was a flag on the play. It's either offsides is the indication. It's like somebody was lined up offsides there. So
offside, number 28, defense, 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
Sterling Garten called for offsides. So it'll be 3rd and a little bit more manageable, 3rd and 4 for Evangel. We'll see if the Blue Jays can hold up once again. A little bit of switching on the defensive side. Man in motion to the near side. Potts going to roll to the left and throws it to the near side, and it is caught. We've got the players in the way, so I couldn't see. I thought maybe that the defender had carried him out of bounds, but that will be a 1st down catch for the Valor. That was Brock Lyle on the reception. Called his names a few times already. Potts in the backfield. He's got Williams off his left hip. 3 receivers to the right. Williams going to take it right up the middle and get about 3 yards.
Williams on the carry.
You can see this here.
Number 10, Dusty Tagle.
It used to be if you carried them out of bounds, it was where you caught it. Now I think you can carry them out of bounds and it's where they land. As that ball thrown to the near side again for a few yards. It'll be 3rd and manageable. 3rd and about 4 for the Valor. And you didn't even need the microphone to hear Nate the Great tell you it's 3rd down, 3rd and 4. Crowd responding in kind. And again, a nice crowd here for senior night. Williams going to switch over to the left. He's going to get the ball, go up the middle. He is close to 1st down territory. We'll see where they mark it. Far side line judge marking it about a yard short. So the ball gets to the 41-yard line. It'll be 4th and 1. Valor quickly to the line. Blue Jays need to get organized here. See if the Valor snap the ball. They do. Going to be a quick out. And just an unorganized defense there. The cornerback on the near side just gave way too much. That's Brandon King over there. Gave way too much of a cushion, and the receiver just ran a couple of yards and sat down, got the ball. 1st down play for the Valor. So it'll be Williams up the middle. He'll get a yard, maybe 2.
Williams on the carry.
Gets to the 46-yard line. Give him 2 yards. It'll be 2nd and 8 for the Valor with 7.5 minutes to go in the first half.
Gain of about 2 yards on the play. 2nd and 8.
Receiver in motion, comes in tight now. Fake to Williams. Potts rolls to the right, puts it in the air. Good defense there by Cam Pear. Causes the incompletion. It'll be 3rd and 8 now for the Valor. There is a flag on the play.
Offside, number 28, defense, 5-yard penalty.
Offside again. That's the 2nd time that Sterling Garton's been called on this drive. So the good play by Pear is erased, and that'll be 2nd and 3 for the Valor. All kinds of guys in the backfield for the Valor here. Ball just across midfield. This is going to be given to Williams up the middle. He's going to break to the right-hand side, gets just across, I believe. Needed the 46 and got it. So ball into Blue Jay territory. And it's just been, on the field competition-wise, the Blue Jays have pretty well dominated this game, but they've shot themselves in the foot with just mental mistakes. A couple of offsides on this drive alone. And in motion to the far side. Potts back to pass. Puts it in the air. And we'll see. That is caught on the far side. What a catch. Brady Allen on the catch for Evangel. The official kind of got swallowed up there. I didn't see an indication here, but ball on the 31-yard line, be 1st and 10 for the Valor. And you give them enough opportunities, they're going to capitalize on it. As this thrown to the near side to number 9, Brock Lyle. He's been the main receiver so far. You see that catch on the previous play again.
Run out of bounds at the Blue Jays 23-yard line.
The ball on the 23, 2nd and 2 for the Valor. Blue Jays need to hunker down and get a stop here. Potts just too easy over the middle. I believe that's Lyle again. No, it's not. It's Jeremiah Barnes.
Potts' pass is complete to number 4, Jeremiah Barnes.
And that'll be a first down for the Valor, who have taken advantage of the miscues and just methodically moved this ball down the field. Now the ball's at the 14-yard line. Be 1st and 10 from there for the Valor. Play action. Potts had some time, flushed out of the pocket, throws it to the far side, and was throwing it where only his receiver could have gotten it. Brady Blackwell was over there, but unable to reel that in. So incomplete pass. It'll be 2nd and 10 for the Valor. 4 minutes, 42 seconds to go in the first half. Blue Jays hanging on to that 7-3 lead, which is in jeopardy here. They'd love to hold them to a field goal try. 2nd and 10 for the Valor. Potts gives it off to Williams. Williams goes off tackle to the right. Good defense there. And I dare say the flock of Blue Jays on the tackle. Give them a yard gain. It'll be 3rd and 9. Big down here for the Blue Jays.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's 3rd down.
The Blue Jays can get a stop and try to force a field goal try. Potts gets it. He's going to go back to pass. Has a little bit of time and then was hurried and pass dropped. Nice defense there by the Blue Jays. It'll be 4th and 9. And we'll see what Evangel elects to do here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think if you're the Blue Jays, you want to show some discipline here. I think Evangel would want to take the points, but they're looking to go for it right now. They've got 2 receivers to either side. Williams is in the backfield as well. Potts with it. You can hear the coaches yelling, "Watch the ball, watch the ball." And Evangel's just going to take the timeout.
Takes their first charge time out of the half.
So we'll see what they do. I would imagine they're going to kick the field goal here. The Blue Jays have played good defense so far. Just like I say, a lot of it was just mental errors, 2 offside calls. One stat that's been good that the Tabor College has struggled with is turnovers. We haven't seen any turnovers yet today. That one where Key put it on the ground was ruled, I think correctly, an incomplete pass. So no turnovers yet. The Blue Jays have struggled with that, but struggling with penalties so far. Just under 4 minutes to go here in the first half. On at least a visually beautiful day here in Hillsboro, Kansas, on the campus of Tabor College. Temperature, I believe, still under 50 degrees. We can check that here. 48 degrees. And I see a freeze warning for tonight. So it is November now. Trying to get a look at the personnel that are coming out onto the field for Evangel, and Potts is out there, so they're going to go for it. 4th and 9, ball on the 18-yard line of the Blue Jays. This is a big play in the game so far, probably the biggest play so far. Potts alone in the backfield. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right, low snap. puts it in the air over the middle. It's incomplete. That'll be a turnover on downs. He had Brock Lyle, just threw it a little bit high and wide. And big defensive stop for the Blue Jays as they'll get the ball back. Pretty deep in their own territory. Ball on the 13-yard line. We've got 3 minutes, 55 seconds to see if they can put some points on the board here.
Blue Jays will start out 1st and 10.
Despite all of the mental mistakes, still ahead 7-3, and they've played a good game. So we've seen this formation a couple of times. 4 receivers to the right. Bailey has to step up, and he just hasn't had a lot of time. He's had about 2 seconds back there. Got flushed out, and he's going to lose quite a few yards. 5-yard loss, given 2nd and 15. Now 4-yard loss. 2nd and 4. We'll see what the Blue Jays do here. At this point, you don't want to be in too big of a hurry because if you got a punt, you don't want to leave much time for Evangel to capitalize on it, especially this deep in your own territory. Collier going to take the handoff and gets out of bounds. The clock will stay running. He gets back to the 10, so gains a yard maybe. So it'll be 3rd and 13 for the Blue Jays. Going to let that clock tick down as much as they can. We'll see if the offensive line can give Bailey some time here to let a play develop. We've got trips to the left. I believe that's Dozier by himself to the right. Bailey's going to put it in the air, threw it behind King though, and it'll be a quick 3 and out for the Blue Jays. And Evangel should get pretty decent field position here with about 2.5 minutes to go in the half. So that Blue Jay defense, who has held their own so far today, will be called upon one more time in the first half. Roderick Smith going to punt from his own end zone. Good end-over-end kick. Going to be caught at the 49-yard line. Good coverage by the Blue Jays there. 6-yard return brings it out to the 45 of the Blue Jays. And again, that Blue Jay defense going to have to hold here one more time. 2 minutes, 21 seconds to go in the first half. See if they can keep the Valor off the scoreboard and keep this lead going into halftime. In the halftime, we'll give a shout out to the seniors. We'll give you a recap of what's gone on so far. We'll give you some scores from around the area. So 1st and 10 for the Valor. Potts puts it in the air quickly over the middle. That's number 3, Brady Allen, on the reception. Give him a 6-yard game. 2nd and 4 for the Valor. See if they get one off before the 2-minute warning. They will not. They will. No. Extracurricular afterwards.
Here's the 2-minute timeout.
They will not get it off before the 2-minute warning. Just looking at scores around the league. Looks like Southwestern has woken up a little bit. McPherson's still ahead, 17-14, just about to halftime there. Bethel 15, Avila 5. That's not a score you see very often in football. St. Mary up 21-7 at Sterling. Ottawa on the road to Bethany, up 13-0 in that one. Kansas Wesleyan at Friends, and Friends doing what they do. They're up 35-0. 4 minutes to go in the first half in that one. It's like all the scores we have for now. 2nd and 4 here for Evangel. Looking to see if they can't get some points up on the board. They've been held to just 3 so far in the first half. Potts back to pass over the middle. And Brock Weil has been the main receiver so far. Brought down a little bit short of the first down. It looks like it'll be 3rd and about 2. Ball on the 37-yard line. Potts with it. Gives it to Williams, and he is swallowed up. He's going to lose a yard. It'll be lose about a half a yard. Be 3rd and about 3. I'm sorry, 4th and about 3. And Evangel going to go for it, and they're going to try to do it quickly here. Clock ticks down under 120. We'll see what they want to do, if they're just going to try to keep the ball and draw them off sides. Play clock down to 13. Ball is snapped. Potts dumps it off to Williams, and the ball is incomplete, so that'll be a turnover on downs. Eric Williams almost certainly would have had the first down there. Just Potts dropped it about a half yard too short. So we'll see what Coach Gardner has in mind. Ball's on the 37-yard line. There's 59.3 seconds to go. Blue Jays are going with the wind. Two receivers on either side for Bailey. Devin Jones back in at running back now. Bailey has a couple of seconds, then he has to get out of the way. He gives himself some room, but gets flushed out of the pocket. Then he will slide down, looks like about a yard, maybe 2 yards short of the first down. It'll be 2nd and 2 as they get reset quickly. Bailey clapping for the ball and gets it. Kind of goes into a couple of his own linemen, and maybe a bit of an ill-advised pass there. Dozier had to turn into defender and just knock that out of the hands of the defender there. Number 2 was Javion Turner, was back there. Had an interception taken away from him there. So 3rd and 2 for the Blue Jays. Just under 30 seconds to go. King in motion. Fake to him. Bailey rolls left, comes back to his right, passes to King. King makes a man miss. Looking to get across the 50. And does. That is a first down. Clock will wind here. Everybody kind of looking at each other, and then Coach Gardner going to call a timeout with 9.6 seconds to go. We'll see if they put any time back on the clock.
Tabor takes their second charge timeout. A half game clock operator. Clock 13 seconds.
Yep, they're going to give him back the time. So ball's on the 49-yard line. It'll be 13 seconds to go here in the first half, and a good first half. 7-3 your score. Official left his mic on for a second. I thought maybe he had something to say. But we'll see what the Blue Jays can do here
13.
in that period of time. Again, at halftime, we're going to shout out the seniors for you. Then we'll probably take a bit of a break before we come back and give you the recap of the first half. and scores from around the area, and then get you ready to go for the second half. Here on this beautiful but chilly day on the campus of Tabor College in Hillsboro, Kansas. So 1st and 10 for the Blue Jays. Tight trips to the left. You've got Dozier by himself to the right. Bailey going to roll to the left to get himself some room, and he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. I think that's probably going to do it for the first half, and it will. So your first half score, Tabor Blue Jays 7, Evangel Valor 3. So before we go to the half here, we'd like to thank the seniors who have shown tremendous leadership, dedication, and heart throughout their time in the program. Today we recognize Hayden Land, Kevin Folsom, Kelvin Rico, Broderick Smith, Cameron Collier, Evan Safeman, Antonio Cordona, and Devin Jones. Thank you, seniors, for all you've done for Blue Jay football and for leaving a lasting legacy on and off the field. And those are names we talk about and call quite a bit. That's quite the commitment to go out for a college sport. So we want to thank those seniors for all of their work and dedication, and for giving us all the memories for the last 4 years for those young men. So what we're going to do here is we're going to take a bit of a break. You'll see the field there on the screen, and we'll just go silent for a few minutes, and we'll come back with maybe 5 minutes or so to go, and we'll get you ready for the second half here on the Tabor College Network. All right, we are back and just about ready to get you ready for the second half here on the campus of Tabor College in Hillsboro, Kansas. Your score right now, Tabor College 7, Evangel 3. So not going to be a lot as far as a scoring recap. It kind of started on the first drive for each team, and then that was it. The Blue Jays went right down the field, took the opening kickoff, and scored on a 4-yard pass play from Bailey to Holden Key after a really nice and efficient drive by the Blue Jays. Capped it off with a touchdown, so went up 7-0 with 9 minutes, 12 seconds to go in the first quarter. Evangel came right back on the first play, a long pass play, and but the Blue Jay defense held and forced the field goal. So a 32-yard field goal for Evangel made it 7-3, and that is the end of the scoring recap for the Blue Jays and the Valor. Blue Jays had their opportunities. They had a couple of drives kind of back-to-back in the middle of that second quarter where they got inside the 30-yard line and then nothing doing after that. They actually put it in reverse, and both times Broderick Smith had to punt from his own territory, from the wrong side of the 50. So I'm sure Coach Gardner had something to say about that. Just some mental mistakes for the Blue Jays. They had some false start penalties, had some holding penalties on offense, and then on defense had a couple offsides penalties that cost them a little bit. But Blue Jay defense has played really well in the first half. We'll see if that continues. Quickly, we'll just go around the league. At just before halftime, Ottawa's ahead of Bethany 13-0. St. Mary at Sterling at the half. St. Mary 27, Sterling 7. Friends University all over K-Dub, 42-0 just before the half there. So Clark set to kick here. I'm looking for just more scores if we can get them. Bethel over Avila 21-3. McPherson over Southwestern 20-14. That at the start of the second there. So kickoff goes to your left. It's going to be caught at about the 19-yard line and getting some room up to the 39. That looks like Lyle. For Evangel. So Evangel will start with the ball. Let's see where they mark it here. Looks like they're going to mark him at the 40, so a good return there for Brock Lyle, and we are underway in the second half. Again, the Blue Jay defense has played well so far. Going to look to continue that. Williams going to take the ball up the middle, get a yard, maybe two. Looks like he fell forward for 2 yards. And that infamous flock of Blue Jays, the interior line of the defense, bringing him down. So we'll give him 2 yards, 2nd and 8 for the Valor. For offense that's put up a lot of points on the year, Evangel been held to just 3 so far. Williams off the left side and squirts through, gets all the way to across midfield to the 48-yard line of the Blue Jays. He's going to get the first down. It'll be 1st and 10 for Evangel. They're looking to go up-tempo here to start. Potts gives it off to Williams. They've kept it on the ground here. Give him 2 more yards. 2nd and 8 for the Valor.
Gain of 2 yards on the play, 2nd and 8.
Defense! Hit him again, harder!
So Potts in the shotgun. Going to slow it down a little bit here. He's going to take a one-step drop, gets it across the middle to Brock Lyle.
Potts' pass is complete.
And Lyle's forward progress was stopped really close to the first down marker. We'll see. Nope, he's about a yard short. So it'll be 3rd and 1 for the Valor. Trips to the right, one receiver left. Potts with it. He's going to turn and get it out to Lyle. Lyle's going to get across the first down marker and more. So a quick and efficient drive so far for Evangel. Yeah, this is the team who put up 58 points on Avila last week. Just 3 so far, but looking to change that. Ball's on the 31-yard line. 1st and 10 from there. Blue Jays need a stop. Play action. Potts rolls to his left, puts it in the air. That was an ill-advised pass, as the closest one to that was number 19 for the Blue Jays, Xavier Michelle.
19, excuse me.
So 2nd and 10 for the Valor. Ball on the 31-yard line. 2 receivers left. Make it 3 left now. Man in motion coming to the near side. He's going to tuck in, and they're going to go up the middle with Williams, who falls forward to get about 3 yards. It'll be 3rd and 7 for the Valor now. Might be real close to 4-down territory down here. We'll have to wait and see. Blue Jays hoping to force a decision. They've done real well with their backs to the wall, so to speak. They've held, hoping to do that here. Potts puts it in the air over the middle. He has Brock Lyle. Going to be real close to a first down. He got it. So it'll be down to the 21-yard line. Pair on the tackle.
1st and 10 for Evangel at Tabor's 21-yard line.
So here come the Valor. 1 receiver out left. Potts has Williams off his right hip. Going to be a toss to the short side to Williams. He's going to get a couple of yards.
Brought down by the Blue Jays, number 0.
Across the 20 to the 19. So it'll be 2nd and 8 for the Valor.
2-yard gain on the play.
Who again have had a nice and efficient drive here so far, looking for points. They haven't gotten since their first drive in the first quarter. Potts calls for it, gets it, fakes the pitch this time, rolls to his left, puts it in the air over the middle, and knocked away by Cam Pear was down there.
Intended for number 3.
See who else was down there. Isaiah Becquerel down there as well. Cam Pear coming across to knock it out, and it'll be 3rd and 8 for the Valor. I just wish I had half the energy and enthusiasm of Nate Howard. All right, Potts gets it. Looks to his left, gets rid of it. Over the top, good defense again. That ball was intended for Brock Lyle.
Intended for Lyle. Broken up by the Blue Jays, number 5, Luke.
So Luke Edwards was on the coverage there. You'll see Luke Edwards has his back to the ball, puts his hand up at the last second to disrupt. And it'll be 4th down. Going to go for a field goal here. Going to be a 36-yard field goal attempt by the Valor from the right hash. He's going with the wind. Good snap, good hold. Ball's in the air. And it is good. So with 10 minutes, 34 seconds to go in the third period, your score 7-6, Blue Jays in the lead.
College 7, Evangel University 6.
So again, a nice job by the Tabor College defense. Kind of let them go for a little bit, but then it's this bend, don't break defense that's worked well for the Blue Jays so far. So still with the lead after that first drive score, 7-6 now, but you'd love to see the Blue Jays get on the scoreboard here with their first drive of the second half. Be really nice to make it an 8-point advantage as well, which would need a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. But we'll see what the Blue Jays do here. Plenty of time left. Evangel's going to put it in the air. King waits for it and gets it at his own 1-yard line. He's going to go towards the left-hand side, finds a little seam, makes a man miss. But he's going to be brought down at the 22-yard line. Blue Jays will have it 1st and 10 from there.
Brought down by number 11, Talon Stevens. And number
Stevens
13,
on the tackle
John
for
Harris.
the Valor. So looking at some of the scores when the Valor have won, the last two, they put up 58 last week and 28 the week before. Kansas Wesleyan held them to 7 points, but they won that game 7-6. Bailey going to give it up to Jones, who has nothing up the middle, and that's kind of been the case all the game, all day. Both Jones and Collier in the backfield for the Blue Jays.
No gain on the play, 2nd and 10.
You have King and Dozier to the far side, Safeman to the near side. Bailey calls for it and gets it. Gets flushed out of the pocket up the middle. The beginning of the slide was, looks like at the 24, so it'll be 3rd and 8 for the Blue Jays. Bailey just hasn't had a lot of time to throw. So that on that play you can tell the internal clock went off, and he decided he had to get out of there. Has done a decent job of getting yards when he's been flushed out of the pocket, but definitely going to want to put it in the air here on 3rd down, 3rd and 8. Trips to the right as Safeman one-on-one to the left. Gets flushed out of the pocket again, runs into his own man. And again, just hasn't been a lot of time for Bailey back there. And I think it's safe to say at this point in the game, Bailey's hearing footsteps a little bit. He tucked that, ran right into the back of his offensive lineman, and which gave the defender the time he needed to get there. So a sack on the play makes it 4th and 12. So Broderick Smith will come out to punt into the wind. Puts that in the air. Fair catch called for and caught at the 48-yard line of the Valor. So Valor will have it. I think they're going to mark it maybe 49. So it'll be 1st and 10 from there for the Valor. Pretty decent field position. And we'll see if this bend don't break Blue Jay defense can hold up one more time and get the ball back for the offense here. 2 receivers right, 2 running backs, one on either side of Potts. Potts calls for it, gets it. He's going to hand it off. Ball's going to go to the left. And that is number 23. Harris, the carrier. Cameron Harris, the running back. 220-pound junior.
2 yards gain on the play.
Gets a couple yards. Call it 2nd and 8 for the Valor. Potts calls for it. Going to keep it this time on the RPO. He's coming to the near side, but Blue Jay defense does a great job of stringing that one out. And Potts pays for it. Gets maybe a yard. Give him 2 yards, so it'll be 3rd and 6. You can see he just took a shot at the end of that play, did Potts, by Brandon King, who's had an up and down day today, but definitely making his presence felt there. So Potts in the shotgun, 3 receivers left, 1 right. He's going to look to the right and dump it off to Williams. Williams will get the first down.
Potts' pass is complete to number 11, Eric Williams.
And that's been kind of a disappointment for this Blue Jay defense so far, as on these 3rd downs they've played soft enough that on a few of them, Evangel hasn't had to work that hard to get the first down, and that was one of them. Ball down to the 35-yard line, 1st and 10 from there for the Valor. Potts puts it in the air, breaking a tackle, and off to the races now down the far sideline, knocked out of bounds inside the 5.
Potts' pass is complete to number 3, Brady Allen.
Brady Allen broke a tackle and then was off to the races, got down to the 4-yard line. You can see Michelle laid a lick on him at the end there, but not until he got all the way down to the 4-yard line. So Evangel looking to put some points on the board and take their first lead of the game. Potts going to pass, going to toss to to Williams. Got all the way down to the 1-yard line. As again call it the 2-yard line, as again the flock of Blue Jays on the tackle. 2nd and goal for Evangel. This would be a big stop for the Blue Jays if they could get a couple more stops here. 1 receiver far to the near side. Williams the second man through, but brought down. Cam Pear was in on the tackle, along with number 5, Luke Edwards, with his hands around the ankles. So no gain on that play. 3rd and goal from the 2, as you can see that Edwards grabbed the ankles and held on. 3rd and 2, this would be a big stop for the Blue Jays. Potts under center here. Fakes the handoff, he's going to roll to the right and has the touchdown.
Potts' pass is complete.
That is complete to number 86.
Result of the play is touchdown Evangel.
86 is Caleb Darst. As they'll line up for the extra point here. And it is good.
Boise's kick is good. And with 4:37 left.
So with 4:37 to go in the 3rd quarter, Evangel takes the lead at last, 13-7. And they've been kind of pouring it on in this half so far. Evangel definitely has the momentum. They've scored both times they've had the ball. Blue Jays went 3 and out. So that Blue Jay defense has been tested all day long and finally broke there. On a 2-yard touchdown pass from Potts to Darst will give Evangel the lead. And we'll see what the Blue Jays do here to respond. Going against the wind. Again, it's not a real brisk breeze, but it's chilly. The air temperature is 48, so with that north wind, it feels a little bit cooler than that even. Kicks in the air as King goes over to get it, and that will go through the end zone for a touchback. Ball will come out to the 25. Blue Jays will have it 1st and 10 from there with 4 minutes 37 seconds to go in the third quarter. See if the Blue Jays can get something going. Really haven't had much doing on offense since that first drive in the first quarter. Love to see that offensive line step up and give Bailey a little bit more time. Bailey also has been fleeing early a little bit at times. Well, let's see if they can let the play develop here. 2 receivers to either side. Jones in the backfield. Bailey gets flushed out of the pocket again. He's going to get some yards here.
Bailey on the quarterback keeper.
Give him about 3 yards, and they really take that serious. It's the beginning of the slide. And there is a player down for the Blue Jays. So we'll have a stoppage in play as they tend to him. Number 78 is the sophomore Michael Ashland from just up the road in Concordia. 10 to him, and we'll see if we can get some more scores here.
By rule, the ball was spotted prior to the injured player going down. Tabor is charged there first. Charge time out of the half.
So that is a newer rule this year. If the ball is spotted and the player goes down after that, then that team has to give a timeout. You fellow college football fans probably like that rule. We saw way too many times last year, especially on the Division I level, where if where teams would use that to their advantage, the ball would be spotted, and then to kind of gain a timeout, somebody'd go down. This time, obviously, it's legitimate, but man, you saw that taken advantage of way too much last year. Haven't seen it hardly at all this year so far. So the rule has worked, but 3-yard gain on the scramble for Bailey on first down, so it'll be 2nd and 7 for the Blue Jays. Bailey back to pass. Over the middle to Jones, and Jones will get first down yardage. Moves the sticks. They've had some success on that play there. Jones releases out of the backfield. So first down for the Blue Jays, ball on the 37-yard line. King in motion to the far side. Bailey gets it, gets flushed out right away. Breaks a couple of tackles, and still, and you got to get rid of that football there. Bailey broke 2 tackles and was brought out of bounds for a loss of yardage there. And you'd think at that point you just got to throw that away. He was outside of the pocket. Instead of 3rd and 7, it's well, they've got it marked as 2nd down here. That's right, it is 2nd down as Bailey on the scramble there gets all the yards back and more, gets all the way to the 45-yard line. So it'll be 3rd and 2 for the Blue Jays.
45-yard line. 3rd and 2. 10-yard gain on the play.
So give him 10 yards on that scramble. Bailey just hasn't put the ball in the air much. He's been flushed out of the pocket quite a bit. Gets flushed out again. That's going to be a free play, but as somebody jumped off sides, the Blue Jays are going to get the first down. Completed pass to number 11 is Weston Rock, the freshman. Able to haul that one in, and you can see the defender jump. Bailey gets flushed out of the pocket, but gets it over to Rock for the first down. And Mike didn't turn on there, but basically what that was offsides on the defense, penalty declined. So 1st and 10 for the Blue Jays. They are into Valor territory now. Ball on the 46-yard line. King in the backfield with Jones. They're both going to flee as Bailey spun the tires there, and he's going to be down. And you can tell that Bailey's definitely hearing footsteps there. He's, he was pressured there, but you can tell that bailing out is his first reaction now. Instead of staying in there and letting the play develop, he almost is expecting to have to run after a 1 or 2 count. 4 receivers to his left. He's going to get rid of it. I think the intended receiver there was Jones, but underthrown by Bailey. So it'll be 3rd and long for the Blue Jays here. Ball on the 46-yard line. See what gets drawn up here.
46-yard line.
And you'd like to see the offensive line hold and Bailey let this play develop a little bit. He's going to have to get somebody down. Ball thrown over the middle, just a little bit too far.
Bailey's pass is incomplete. Intended for number 8, Tyson Dozier.
So intended for Dozier there, but pass incomplete, so the punt team's going to come out.
Robert Smith back to punt.
And Bailey just kind of throwing to a spot there, kind of trying to go for a timing play. Just let him about a yard too far for Dozier. Dozier had a step on the receiver, but led too far. So Broderick Smith out to punt for the Blue Jays. Puts it in the air. Going to go into that wind and get held up. Fair catch called for and caught at the 26-yard line. So Evangel University will have the ball 1st and 10 from there. They've had all the momentum so far here in the second half. Put up 10 points. And now lead 13-7.
26-yard line. They'll start out 1st and 10.
So trips to the right for Potts. He's got Williams off his right hip. Nobody to the left-hand side, but man in motion now. And he's going to get it. Gets across the 30 to the 33. Brock Lyle was the man in motion and the man who caught it. Give it in the 34-yard line. So it'll be 2nd and 2 for the Valor. Waiting for the play call here. They got 2 receivers to the left, 1 right. Williams off his right hip. We'll let that play clock go all the way down here. Play clock's at 2. And I believe we've got a timeout. No audio here, but I believe there's a timeout by Evangel. That'll be their first of the half. Well, we've got a second. Let's See if we can get some more scores here from around the league. McPherson over Southwestern 34-21, and that was the end of the quarter here. So we'll switch sides. So at the end of the third quarter, your score, Evangel 13, Tabor College 7. We go into the fourth quarter. Other scores, Bethel 28, Avila 10. 4:23 to go in the third quarter there. St. Mary 27, Sterling 7 towards the end of the third quarter. Ottawa 13, Bethany 0. Friends all over Kansas Wesleyan 49-0 just into the third quarter there. As we get started in the fourth quarter, that's going to give to Williams up the middle, and he's going to get first down yardage and more. Ball out to the 40-yard line. And this Tabor College defense is going to be called upon once again to get the ball back and see if the offense can get something going. Evangel's had all the momentum so far here in the second half. They've had the ball quite a bit as well. That's going to give to Williams, who is met at the line of scrimmage. Falls forward, though. Good second effort. Gets him about 3 yards. So ball out to the 43, 2nd and 7 for the Valor, who are not going to be in very much of a hurry, I wouldn't think. With the lead and the ball, trips to the left. Lyle in motion. Going to be handed off to Williams, who gets good yardage close to first down. I think he's just short. Going to mark it at the 49-yard line of the Valor. It'll be 3rd and short, 3rd and 1 for the Valor here. So give him 6. Trips to the near side once again for the Valor. Potts calls for it. He's going to give it to Williams up the middle, who falls forward, and he'll get the 2 yards. So from 49 to 49. Into Blue Jay territory, 1st and 10 for the Valor. We're looking to eat some clock. Two receivers right, one left. Potts has Williams off his left hip, fakes it to him, puts it in the air, has a receiver down the right side. That's Brock Lyle. Had to come back for it or he'd have been gone. Ball was a little bit underthrown. Michelle was beat on the play, ends up pushing him out of bounds. You can see right here that he was gone, but had to stop for it, allowing Michelle to catch back up and push him out of bounds. So Valor at the 13-yard line, it looks like. Potts calls for it and gets it, puts it in the air across the middle. Dangerous pass as he threw it behind the receiver, but he's going to get all the way down to the 1-yard line. Hauling that in is number 10, Brady Blackwell, the redshirt senior, who catches it on the 1-yard line, and the Valor's in business. 1st and goal from the 1. It's a tight formation. All the big boys in here. We'll see what they do. That's going to pitch it to Williams. Williams can't get the edge. He gets close to the pylon and in. Williams with the 1-yard touchdown run. And Evangel looking to run away with this one here in the second half. We'll set up for the 2-point conversion here. It's like Blue Jay shaking up on the play was number 5, Luke Edwards. Will gingerly walk towards his own sideline. Voice puts the kick up and in. So with 11 minutes, 28 seconds to go, Evangel University 20, Tabor College 7. And just a flip of the script here in the second half. That's 3 scores for Evangel. I believe they scored all 3 times they've touched the ball in this second half. And that Blue Jay defense, who had held strong in the first half, has broken down a little bit here in the second half. Again, they've been on the field a lot. Offense hasn't really gotten much going since that first drive. And Coach Gardner and the Blue Jays really need to make something happen here on the offensive side of the ball. With 11 minutes, 28 seconds to go in regulation. So Cody Voice, the 6-foot, 175-pound freshman, will put the ball in the air for the Valor. Going to be a short kick, and that's going to go out of bounds. So that'll come out to the 35-yard line. Blue Jays will have decent field position from there. See if they can get things going here, get a little bit of protection for Bailey. And again, I think that's about 50-50. Bailey's been pressured a lot. He needs to maybe stand in there at times and let the play develop, but also anything this offensive line can do to keep them off him for now. They're going to have to pass down 2 scores. They need to move the ball quickly here and rely on that defense. So Bailey's got Jones behind him. King was off his right hip, switches to the left. 2 receivers left. King in motion. King will get it. And nothing doing there as he might have lost a yard. I think he might have got to the line of scrimmage. He did not. Loss of a yard, 2nd and 11. The thing about those kind of plays, the wide receivers got to hold their blocks, just unable to do that out there. So King and Jones on either side of Bailey here. Bailey gets flushed out of the pocket quickly, going to have to go up the middle. He's going to get 6 or 7 yards. Nice run up the middle by Bailey there. His helmet comes off. So he's going to have to come out, and Moniz Babb will come in for one play. We've seen Moniz Babb before. He's kind of the gunslinger for the Blue Jays. Moniz Babb calls for it, gets it. He's going to put it in the air right away. And unable to hang on to it is A.J. King. We'll see what happens here as it's 4th down. 4th and 3 for the Blue Jays. And they're going to bring the punt team on once again. Fully realizing that I am not the coach and don't know what's going on down here, but at this point you're running out of time. I might have gone for it there with just under 10 minutes to go. So they're going to call delay of game on the Blue Jays. The play clock wasn't on, is what Broderick Smith was saying, but that's kept on the field then, so.
Delay of game penalty has been called on the Tabor offense.
I don't know about that one. I didn't see any arms moving or anything. You see that in high school when they don't have a play clock, but at any rate, delay of game was called. Broderick Smith's going to put it in the air. He's got the wind behind him this time. Fair catch called for and gotten at the 24-yard line. So the Evangel Valor will have it 1st and 10 from there. And they've been able to do pretty much anything they wanted here in the second half. So we'll see if the Blue Jay defense can step up here and get a stop and give the offense a chance.
1st and 10.
Potts sends a man in motion. Call for it and get it. He's going to give it to Williams off the right side here, who gets good yardage on 1st down. Out to the 30-yard line, be across the 30-yard line to the 31. Gain of 7 on 1st down for Williams.
2nd and 3.
And you know the Valor aren't going to be in much of a hurry here. Going to let that play clock go down. They've been letting it go down to under 10 before starting the snap count. Man in motion here. Potts calls for it and gets it. So be off the right side. Good yardage there all the way to the 44-yard line. You can see the replay there. Giving the hit rather than receiving it.
1st and 10.
Too many pieces of paper in front of me. 23 is Cameron Harris. Harris on the carry once again, gets 2 that time. Bible on the tackle. And at this point in the game, the Blue Jay defense is a little bit worn down. They've been out there an awful lot. Been called upon to stop this high-powered offense and just have started to crack under the pressure here in the second half. So Potts will call for it here. He's going to put it in the air to the near side and hanging on to that tackle.
Pass is complete to number 4, Jeremiah Barnes.
So Barnes on the reception.
Number 9,
Brandon King on the tackle there. Again, he's had an up and down day. So it'll be 3rd and 2 for the Valor. Blue Jays need a stop with under 7.5 to go here in the 4th quarter. Potts calls for it. He's going to keep it himself, call his own number. He got real close. We'll see where they mark it. Mark him about a yard short. I think probably Evangel's going to go for it here. Either way, you're going to let this clock go down, but they are set up to go for it here. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Hard snap count. Nothing doing yet. Kyle Cummings in the backfield next to Potts. Potts going to Pass it out to the near side.
Potts pass is complete.
That's Lyle.
Number 4, Jeremiah Barnes.
Oh, it's Barnes, excuse me, and we'll see where they mark it. Yeah, and that's one more time where the defense is just, the defense allowed the yardage needed. The cornerbacks need to play up tight, and all that Evangel's doing there is running to the yard marker, turning around, and sitting down, throw it to him. And Blue Jays have given it to him every time they've needed it on 3rd and 4th down. You've seen that same play, just run to the yard marker and sit down. So pass is going to go to the far side there. That's Brock Lyle on the reception once again. We'll move the chains for the Valor. Clock ticks down under 5.5 minutes now.
33-yard line. 1st and 10.
Potts has all kinds of running backs, one on either hip, one behind him. He's going to fake it and go up the middle himself, taken down by Cam Pear there, right at the line of scrimmage. So it'll be 2nd and 10 for the Valor.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Potts lets that clock get down under 7. And pass to the far side there, upended, but close to 1st down yardage is number 3. That's Brady Allen. There is a flag on the play. Looks like it's in the area of holding. We haven't had the mic all the second half, so we'll see how good my so the flag is on the defense. I don't know that. I don't know that motion by the referee there.
Personal foul on the Tabor defense.
So it's a personal foul. Again, we don't have the mic for the official. So the ball goes all the way down to the 12-yard line then. I don't know. I'd have to see the replay. If there was a roughing the passer, maybe. That's kind of where the flag was. But in any case, 1st and 10 from the 12. Potts puts it in the air. That's going to be a dump down to Williams, who is run out of bounds right towards the 1st down marker there. Seibel pushed him out of bounds. It's going to be 2nd and about a yard.
Ball spotted at the Blue Jays 4-yard line.
So the ball's at the 4-yard line. It'll be 2nd
down
and inches. So the clock is going to tick down close to 3 minutes by the time we get this play off. Play clock to 6. Potts calls for it. Gets it off with 1 second to go. Williams up the middle. And he got in.
Touchdown, Evangel.
3-yard touchdown run by Williams with 2 minutes 52 seconds to go. Second touchdown for Williams. So Voice going to put it in the air and through the uprights.
Boise's kick is good.
Well, we started the second half. Blue Jays up 7-3. And with 2 minutes 52 seconds to go in the game, Evangel's up 27-7. 24 unanswered here in the second half for the Evangel Valor. Yeah. Again, that Blue Jay defense held really well in the first half, even overcame some mental mistakes in the first half, but it's been too much to handle in the second half. So they've given up 3 touchdowns and a field goal.
Weston Rock and Evan Sakeman back to receive.
So King standing right around his own 5-yard line here as the kick will go into the wind. Again, not a very stiff breeze, but it is blowing left or right. Boise will put it in the air. Going to go out of bounds once again. Safeman lets it go. Second time in a row. The Valor wisely keeping the ball away from King. So we'll see what the Blue Jay offense can do. Ball's going to be at their own 35-yard line. 2 minutes 52 seconds to go. Friends University out to a 56-0 lead over Kansas Wesleyan now. That one's going to be stopped. Ball start, I imagine. St. Mary up 27-14 over Sterling. 11 minutes 43 seconds to go in the fourth quarter there. Ottawa over Bethany 20-6. 6 minutes 51 seconds to go in the third there. So after the penalty, be 1st and 15. Bailey back to pass, gets flushed out of the pocket, going to put it up in the air. Has a receiver, and that is Rock. Weston Rock all the way into Valor territory.
That's good for another Blue Jay.
So ball will be spotted at the Valor 48-yard line. 1st and 10 from there for the Blue Jays. Bailey sends King in motion. Looks that way, then comes back the other way and is going to just get rid of that one.
His pass is incomplete. Intended for number 8, Tyson Dozier.
You see that pass play to Rock once again. Bailey did a nice job of hanging in there that time, letting the play develop. You're a defensive back for the Valor. You've expected to only have to hold coverage for a few seconds. The defensive line has gotten there. Bailey, nice job by the offensive line there. Bailey does have to run. Gets decent yards there, though, as he'll be run out of bounds around the 40-yard line. Call it the 42. So 3rd and 4 for the Blue Jays. Bailey wants to get it off before the 2-minute warning and does. Had Dozier there, but ball falls incomplete. So it'll be the 2-minute warning here with 1:58 to go. Blue Jays will have it 4th and 4 after the 2-minute timeout. if we can see a couple more scores here. Ottawa over Bethany 20-6. Still, St. Mary over Sterling 27-14. And just not much change in any of the other scores here. And one thing I missed at the end of the third quarter is we want to shout out our Tabor College cheerleaders for their great work on the sidelines and all of our fans watching the broadcast this afternoon. Thanks for joining us and cheering on the Blue Jays from wherever you are. I know there's lots going on all over with Hillsborough High School. We've got soccer games going on afterwards. We've got basketball games going on across campus. The crowd, pretty nice crowd out here for Senior Day. And I do want to thank you for hanging out with me. This will be the last time this year. Hard to believe that we've had all of our home games already. Bailey going to put it in the air. He's got, I believe that's Dozier over the middle. It is. Nice pass play. So Tyson Dozier gets the Blue Jays inside the 15-yard line. Ball's going to be spotted at the 12.
That's good for another Blue Jay.
Bailey's going to get flushed out of the pocket up the middle. He's going to get down close to first down yardage again. So you see that pass play to Dozier. Nice timing play there. Would have liked to see more of that with all of the pressure. It looks like a timeout by Tabor College here, as it'll be 2nd and 1. I want to mention those seniors one more time. Hayden Land, Kevin Folsom, Kelvin Rico, Broderick Smith, Cameron Collier, Evan Safeman, Antonio Cordona, and Devin Jones playing what is most likely their last game here at Joel H. Weens Stadium on the campus at Tabor College. Shout out to those young men who have given us good memories over their years at Tabor College. Minute 35 to go. Blue Jays looking to punch one in the end zone here, down 27-7. So we're most likely down to moral victories here, but would love to see him punch it in. Jones on the right hip, King off the left. Bailey gets flushed out of the pocket, and he's going to lose a yard.
Bailey on the quarterback keeper.
So it'll be 3rd and about 2 for the Blue Jays.
3rd and 1.
They can get a first down without scoring here. So the clock is about minute 5.
We want a touchdown.
Bailey calls for it and gets it. It's going to dump it off to Jones. Jones makes a man miss, dives towards the pylon, doesn't get in the end zone, but he'll get a first down. He is about half a yard short.
That's good for
You can see Jones makes a man miss, and then knee hits before the ball gets across. So Bailey was under center. He's going to back up now. Clock under a minute to go. Blue Jays looking to get into the end zone. High snap. Bailey had to go up and get it, and he's going to get swallowed up back at the 8-yard line. And that'll be a timeout by the Blue Jays here. Again, at this point, it's a moral victory, but would love to put another score on the scoreboard here. 31.2 seconds to go. 27-7 your score. When this one's over, I'll give you a quick recap of the scoring here in the second half. and then get you on your way. As again, there's lots going on. Basketball across campus here. Women are playing, I believe, right now. Men will play Mount Marty later today. Part of the Tabor Classic. Soccer going on here as well. Both the men and the women will play later today, right here at Joel H. Wheaton Stadium. So second goal here for the Blue Jays, trying to get into the end zone here for just the second time today. Lost yards on first down. They were less than a yard away. Now got to go 8 yards. Bailey gets it. Empty backfield. Puts it in the air. That's going to be Jones at the 5. He'll get maybe to the 4. So it'll be 3rd and goal from the 4-yard line. As the clock is running. Maybe one play left for the Blue Jays to get into the end zone here. Bailey calling for it. He gets it. He's going to put it in the air to Jones again, and Jones will get in. 4-yard touchdown pass. Bailey to Jones. So you can see the replay there. Jones did lose the ball, but the play is dead as soon as he crosses the line. So Clark will kick the point after here. Stoppage in play. And Evangel's going to challenge here. I don't know if we can pull up that replay one more time to see. I mean, it looked pretty clear to me that he fumbled after he crossed the goal line, but I've been wrong once already on these replays. So see if we can pull that up again and look at it. The crowd not overly amused by this challenge with 6 seconds to go. So let's take a look here. Catches the pass. And gets across. Yeah, he's across. That angle's tough to see, but and I don't know what other angles that they would have available to him, but it has to be indisputable evidence. And as soon as the nose of that football touches the front side of the line, the play is dead and it's a touchdown. So I didn't see anything there to overturn it. As you can imagine, the crowd not too happy. It's cold out. It's 47 degrees with a north breeze. The game is at hand either way. Evangel's field goal unit's still out there, so. Well, no, it is the offense. This all having the same numbers throws me off. But the officials still at the table here. They have made their decision. And it is a touchdown. Yeah, I don't know what your rationale is for challenging that one. Outside of stats maybe, but regardless, it is a touchdown. Clark back to kick the point after here. Snap is good, hold is good, kick is good. So your score was 6 seconds to go. Evangel University 27, Tabor College 14. So we'll see what the Blue Jays do here, if they kick it deep or go for the onside kick. Really isn't going to matter much either way, as it's still a 2-score advantage with 6 seconds to go. Next Saturday, the Blue Jays will be on the road at Bethany College as they take on the Swedes at 1 p.m. Clark lines up the kick here. Looks like they're going to try to onside it. Didn't get the go ahead yet, so. Clark lines it up. Needs that bounce. Got it, and that is an onside kick recovery, I believe, by the Blue Jays. There's a flag on the play as well. So we'll get to test my signal skills from the official since Mike hasn't been working. Clock says 1.4 seconds. So they did recover the onside kick. Unsportsmanlike conduct on the defense. On Evangel, that is.
Personal foul, unsportsmanlike conduct on Evangel.
So it looks like maybe a hit after the whistle. So Blue Jays will have time for one more play. The ball will be moved well into Valor territory here. So ball's going to be on the 36-yard line. Enough time to see if we can't throw it in the end zone. 3 receivers right, 1 left. Collier will hang out in the backfield to block. Bailey back to pass. Gets flushed out of the pocket, and that's going to do it. He's brought down. And final score then is Evangel University 27 and the Tabor College Blue Jays 14. So Blue Jays will fall to 3-6 on the year. Valor will improve to 7-2. Let me just get to the scoring recap here and we'll get you on your way. So second half, pretty much all Valor. Right away, 10 minutes 34 seconds to go in the third quarter, was a 36-yard field goal by Evangel. Still down though, 7-6. Blue Jays still in the lead, but then on the next drive, 4 minutes 37 seconds to go in the third quarter, a 2-yard pass from Potts to Darst for the score. Score at the end of the third quarter, 13-7. With 11 minutes 28 seconds to go in the fourth, Williams had a 1-yard touchdown run, followed it up with a 3-yard touchdown run with 2 minutes 52 seconds to go. Score then was 27-7. Then with 6 seconds to go, Bailey connected with Jones for a 4-yard touchdown pass. Extra point was good. And again, your final score, 27-14. Blue Jays fall to 3-6 on the year. Again, next Saturday, the Blue Jays will be on the road at Bethany College as they take on the Swedes at 1 p.m. This is Jim Millman. I want to thank you for watching, and you have a good weekend. Good night.